Antonio man and his family recently made a harrowing escape from war-torn Ukraine. News 4 San Antonio's Jim Lefko has the exclusive details of what this family endured. Jim.
Robert, this is the route Viktor DeFrees and his family took to escape the war in Ukraine over the past few days. It was a perilous journey from Odessa through the country of Moldova and finally to Prague.
We were escaping. It was really rough. We had to walk 3.5 miles through the Czech point.
That was the start of a multi-day journey for the DeFreeses.
With the baby in the rain and the snow, it was nothing like I've ever experienced. I mean, it was something out of nightmare.
The decision to leave Odessa was not an easy one. Victor was born and raised in Ukraine, but moved to San Antonio a decade ago when he was adopted by Pam and Bill DeFrees. He married Sveta last year, and they had a baby girl. His wife and daughter were living in Ukraine due to visa issues when Victor returned last month to protect them.
I was hesitating at first going anywhere because there were airstrikes, all over the region.
Victor worried Odessa would be a major target.
This city is going to it's going to get hit harder than any other city because strategically, I believe it's a priority city.
After making their way out of Ukraine, a 2-day bus ride through Moldova and finally to Prague brought them to safety. Victor says both he and his wife were too busy tending to Miroslava to be afraid.
She was tough. We were just both worrying about our baby.
What's the immediate future look like for you and your family?
Right now, our main priority is to get the documents for my daughter, documents for my wife, and hopefully we can leave and go back home to Texas as soon as possible.
Victor says he knows how the war will end.
The entire world is against Russia, so I don't think they're going to win.
Victor says the best way to help people still in Ukraine is to send money, diapers, or even weapons.
Family in Kerrville, a counselor who helped train people in Ukraine, has donated money to help her friends who are fleeing from the bombardment. Well, that prompted her 9-year-old son to do something we think you'll find pretty special. Liam Bloomer loves baseball so much, the 9-year-old's been saving every dollar from his allowance to buy a new bat for his traveling team.
I wanted a new bat because my one right now is about to break.
Every time he made his bed, cleaned his room, the leadoff batter would get one step closer to hitting his goal. That all changed when Liam overheard his mom on the phone.
I heard that the people around my mom's friends were getting killed and shot, and I didn't want them to die.
Those friends are trying to flee Ukraine. Margaret Bloomer worked there about 15 years ago. She trained counselors in the capital city of Kyiv. Many of the people she met are under constant bombardment. She donated money to help them with food, water, and shelter.
So in hearing that, he did not hesitate and immediately said to me, "Mom, I have been saving money and I'm up to $100 and I want to give it to Ukraine."
I wanted them to get out and just go to somewhere where there's not chaos and disaster.
His kindness captured the attention of Grandpa, who shared this surprise as a way to pay it forward.
He moved me enough that my wife and I are sending not only Margaret a check to give to friends, but we're sending a check to Liam to help him build back up his $100.
I love it. So see that? He's going to get his baseball bat after all. And Liam is putting out a challenge to other kids tonight. He tells me he's hoping they'll consider donating some of their allowance, maybe even their birthday money, to support any of the wonderful organizations helping Ukrainians in this time of need.
It doesn't make sense to me. None of that makes sense.
AAA Texas says gas prices in San Antonio have hit a new all-time high at $3.96 a gallon. The pain at the pump has many families looking for other ways to budget their money. News 4 San Antonio's Mike Jimenez is here for you to tell us what you can do to stretch your hard-earned dollars. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Simone and Robert. AAA Texas says there are some things drivers can do to make that tank of gas last just a little bit longer.
Going down, driving the speed limit, using cruise control on the highway when it's appropriate. Don't use it if it's raining, but also minimizing your use of air conditioning. You can avoid extending idle time to warm up your vehicle.
Daniel Armbruster, AAA Texas spokesperson, says adjusting your behavior behind the wheel is key to saving on gas.
So you can avoid stopping and starting again, because of course, every time you have to use the accelerator more to get going, that's going to use more gas. And also, one of the most important tips is just making sure your vehicle is properly maintained, and especially your tires.
Bloggers Brenda Ons and Jennifer King have their own radio show specializing on saving people money. One tip they have for families is saving receipts and using an app called Fetch, where you can enter all your receipts.
What you do is you collect gift cards. With those gift cards, you go to the store, and this is when you shop for absolutely free.
King says she uses her gift cards for Amazon groceries.
So now I can leave my car in the driveway. I'm not spending money on gas because Amazon is delivering my groceries for free.
Another tip for drivers is downloading the AAA app so you can find the cheapest gas.
Unfortunately, for drivers who are on a budget, these prices are going to continue to increase, so drivers should start thinking about ways to save now.